Okay, I have been working like crazy, mad, lots recently. I've been negotiating things, I've been writing and reading contracts, I've been on phone calls, I've been consulting as well, which is a fancy term for when you tell people how to do stuff better. Last week I also did another shoot with Phil for High Five Spaceship in this amazing grungy bar. I updated the band website and the mailing list and posted to the backer blog on Kickstarter. With all these things going on, it's been a little hard to find space for me. Build a thing, send a thing, have a call, go to bed, then it's the next day and you got notifications and emails and you gotta go to a thing and you gotta do a thing and then you gotta have a meeting and then it's the next day and the next day and you got a bit of time to relax, but were you really relaxed or were you just thinking about all the stuff that you've still got to do? I was honestly reaching a tipping point, a dangerous place that I've been close to before, and I realized that I need a break. That's where Jim comes in. You know Jim, right? Everybody knows Jim. He invited me to his house for the weekend and I saw an opportunity. Not just to socialize, but to truly disconnect from everything else and relax. I turned my phone off from Saturday midday till 10 a.m. on Monday morning. If that sounds crazy to you, you've got issues. But what's also crazy is how much of an effect that had. Without a device constantly vying for my attention, computers, the internet, media once again became on demand, i.e. when I demand it, not when it demands me. I read books made of paper. I read comics, also made of paper. I did use computers, I did play video games, I even went on Facebook, but when I did it I was the master, not the puppet. We cooked, we ate, we talked, we drank, and some of the time I just sat and read alone or enjoyed the sun without a ding or a or a wait, that's the Phantom Menace. I know I'm getting a bit of a reputation as an old man when it comes to technology, and deservedly so. But sometimes you just don't notice how much something is affecting you until you take it away. Remember a time when we turned phones off? That's not the norm anymore. And waking up with your phone already full of notifications and messages is scary, and it can be a real weight on you. Being bombarded with information, and worse, having your attention and participation demanded constantly in the form of notifications, reminders, emails, and messages can be just as bad as a drill sergeant shouting in your ear. Which is why I'm making the solemn promise to myself to turn my phone off more. I'm gonna be realistic, of course. I can't do it a lot of the time because I need to be reachable for work. But when I can, and as much as I can, I'm switching it off and putting it in a drawer. I also wrote a poem about weekends that I thought I would read to you. The Weekend, a poem by Christopher Bingham. The Weekend. One of my favorite musicians is called The Weeknd. When I was young, one of my favorite cartoons was called The Weekenders. I'm a living for The Weekend. A forgotten Disney classic. Only now do I truly understand those words. I'm a living for the weekend. The week end. More like the week start. The week begin. The alpha and omega turning off my data so I can be a player on the stage of life. Thank you. I've been practicing my poetry for no reason at all.